Hi, can I have a venti triple blonde shot? And it's with 2 pumps of white mocha.
Okay.
And 2 pumps pumpkin with cream and pumpkin foam.
Okay, do you want cream and pumpkin foam in there?
Yes, please.
What kind of cup would you like to take?
I'm sorry?
What kind of cup would you like to take?
Oh, I'm sorry, a venti.
Venti and an ice, right?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Perfect, it'll be 505 for you.
Thank you so much. Ooh, hopefully I ordered that right. Oh my god, you guys. Let me just tell you, that order was intense. I usually don't really order intense things, but that order was super intense. Let me read it again. A venti triple blonde shot, 2 pumps white mocha, 2 pumps pumpkin with cream and pumpkin foam. I'm trying this drink today from another YouTuber, another content creator. Go and support her. She's awesome. I love her home. I love her aesthetic. She makes a lot of really fun videos. I watch literally all of her drink making TikTok videos. She's super sweet. I will put her Instagram, I'll link the Instagram down below, but I believe that her name is Yez, or it's Yez. I believe. Oh my god, girl, if you're watching this, because I know she's watched a few of my seafood boils, we've talked a few times over Instagram. I went through all of your videos to make sure that I was saying your name right, and I couldn't find a video where you said your name, so I do apologize, but I will link her information down below, you guys. She's so sweet, and she is fashionable and aesthetically pleasing. One pretty girl, so check her out, you guys. Today we're doing another sit and sip video. I'm very excited. In the Starbucks line right now. That is the drink we're ordering. I'm very excited. You guys, I was never a pumpkin person before the one video where I tried all the pumpkin Starbucks drinks. No, you guys. I thought the pumpkin drinks were gonna be disgusting. Let me just tell you, they are absolutely delicious, and I love them. I'm very excited for this one. Hopefully my taste buds really like them, because I have high expectations for this drink, but we shall see. Okay, you guys, we got the drink. Oh, she looks like a very, very interesting color. I don't know if this is the same color that everybody else is getting. Smells really good. Let's give it a try. Ooh! Oh my god, it's really sweet. Gives me 100% fall vibes. Fall vibes for sure. It's actually really good. It tastes like a slightly pumpkin-y, but very, very good holiday cookie. It's absolutely delicious. I love this. How fun. Wow. Lock my door. Almost forgot. You definitely gotta get that like foam cream thing at the top. And then you get like the ice cold like drink under. No, the more I drink it, the more it's so good. This is really good. Ooh, I gotta get Carlos one. This is absolutely delicious. All right, you guys, we are doing a sit and sip today. We haven't done one in like 2 weeks, so it's been a very, very long time. I do apologize. Things have been crazy. We're gonna sit down today and hang out with each other. I'm gonna go through, I always ask you guys to leave a question down below for a giveaway. I do a giveaway in every single one of these videos, so go in the comments right now, pause this video, go in the comments, leave a question for the next sit and sip, and also add your Instagram name as well. I will reach out to you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for asking all the questions. I really do appreciate it. Ask me new questions. Get a little deep. Get a little feisty. Also, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. All of that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the sit and sip. I've also noticed that a lot of the questions sometimes are super repetitive, which is completely okay. Not your fault at all. So don't feel like you guys did anything wrong. I just noticed on my end that they're repetitive because I feel like a lot of the times people don't catch it in the previous video. So I have to go through them and filter out things that we haven't already talked about. But if I do like repeat answer or question, I do apologize. It's just there's so many, you know, so many. Okay, let's start out with the fun question. If you had to give up one for the rest of your life, would it be either seafood or bumbawe? Oh my god. I would have to say I would give up bumbawe because I don't eat it often, so I don't think about it. Seafood, on the other hand, I see it and I want to eat it, you know? I'll get it. Seafood. Oh my god, never mind. Seafood? You guys know that joke, you know? You see food and Okay, anyways, moving forward. If you had to pick a place to eat for an entire month, what would it be? I would have to say I would choose Korean barbecue. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know I just don't know what's wrong with me. I love Korean barbecue so much. I could eat it every single week. Michelle and Carlos literally think I'm crazy, but I love Korean barbecue. I think the reason I love it is because you have so many opportunities to like mix things in front of you. You got the rice paper, you got the steamed rice, you got the soup. It's a little bit of everything. You got the lettuce wrap. You can choose different meats. You can choose different sauces to dip in. It's just a variety of things. So I would totally choose Korean barbecue. Carly asks, when do you want to get married? So Carlos and I have talked about this before in other videos. We decided very early on, not early on, we decided like the beginning of 2019 when we started talking about, are we serious? Like, are we getting engaged? Like, are we moving on to the next step? 2019 was a really good year for us. We grew a lot as a couple. 2018 was all about really trial and error for us. I mean, 2018 was a learning process for the both of us. We were really growing up. We were trying to figure out who we are individually and who we are as a couple. In 2019, we really went through a lot and grew stronger. And I would have to say 2020 is such a good year for us. We feel like we're in this really good place, really good energy, surrounded by such amazing people. We're so thankful for that. And so in 2019, we started talking about, you know, engagement and married and kids and all of that. And obviously kids are kind of put back at the bottom of the list because Carlos and I have so many things we want to do before we have kids and kind of settle down. And my camera shut off. My camera overheated because it's so hot right now, and the sun is like it's crazy in California right now. It's been so hot the last few days, so I apologize. I totally forgot where I was leaving off on this thing, but I think what I was trying to say was when we started talking about you know, getting married and getting engaged and all of that stuff, we decided that we wanted to obviously get engaged and be married on paper, but the wedding and all of that extravagant celebration stuff, we were going to push back for way later because our priority has always been to get a home. So we saved all of our money. We made sure that whatever we saved went to our home because for us, we do want that wedding, but having a home together and having a place that we feel safe for us and for our dogs and then our kids and having just, you know, oh, it's time for birth control. Having a home was more important. So we are going to get married legally on paper. You guys will probably not see a wedding for a very long time. Obviously that could change. You just never know. Things change so much. So, you know, we will see. But yes, that is in the books. And I am going to take my birth control before I forget. You guys are witnesses here. Can't believe it's Friday already, you guys. I have my water down here. Next question. What are some things you wish you knew in your early 20s? I cannot believe that I'm hitting the late 20s. I can't believe it. I feel like it was yesterday that I started a YouTube at the age of 21. This is crazy. And I turned 27 next Saturday. So it's just crazy. I'm so close to 30 and I'm grateful that I'm still here and I'm doing things that I love and life has been good. Things that I've learned in my early 20s, or things that I wish things you wish you knew in your early 20s. Sorry, Brianna. Brianna or Brianna? I've heard it like two different ways. Brianna Perez asks, what are some things you wish you knew in your early 20s? Oh my god. Let's see. I wish I knew how taxes worked. As a self-employed person, taxes are so important and there are such great advantages. Oh my god. You guys, I'm going crazy. There are so many perks to it if you really educate yourself about taxes. There are obviously like being an LLC and being, you know, self-employed. There is just so many things that you can do to not only save yourself some money, but save yourself the time and the effort of doing taxes. So taxes is something that I wish I knew early on, you guys. I remember my first year doing YouTube, I think I made $3,000. And then the second year, I made $6,000 to $10,000 the whole year, which is like a big deal when you're doing YouTube, because YouTube, when you start, you grow so slow. And I remember the first year, my brother was like, you know, you have to do taxes, right? And I remember him like trying to explain to me how self-employment taxes work, and I was like, I'm the type of person, if I don't understand something, I shut down because I get really intimidated. And I remember it was so hard for me to understand, and now looking back, I'm like, I've been doing taxes for what, like 7 years now, and you learn so much. So that's the one thing I would learn. Something that I wish I knew too is to be true to who I am. You do a lot of growing up in your 20s, a lot of self-development. You're gonna discover a lot of things about yourself, a lot of things about the world. You start to realize that the world is not this safe, beautiful, pretty place that you imagined growing up. And I also wish I learned to be more true to myself and not follow trends or follow certain people that weren't really good for me in my life. And I think that's about it for now. Obviously, like, putting me on the spot, I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know what to say. I think other things would just be like friends, always knowing that not everybody has the same heart as you. I think that was the hardest lesson I learned in my 20s when it came to friendship and just people in general, that even if you're really sweet and nice to somebody and you're loyal and you would never, you know, be dishonest with them, not everybody is the same as you. People are gonna hurt you. The person that you think will never disappoint you will probably end up disappointing you. Friends will backstab you. I've had a few of those, but you live and you learn. And you know, your 20s, man, it's your time to live and really figure out who you are. Do you recommend doing YouTube full-time, especially with everything going on in the world? I think YouTube is also just like any other job. Just because we make videos from home doesn't mean that we're not affected. I've talked about this before in another video, but we live off ads and advertisement and sponsorship. So when these companies and these brands don't really have the money to be spending, or they put their money from marketing and advertising on halt, then obviously we're not going to get paid, or we're not going to get paid as high as we were. So being a YouTuber, we got affected just as much as other people with normal 9-to-5 jobs, and it was really rough. I think March, April, and May were really rough months for people in YouTube. I remember just talking to my other friends that do YouTube videos, and we were just all in a really, you guys, my camera shut off again. It's way too hot. But I think I got it. It's because my camera was facing the sun, and I'm like, Kintai, Jesus, you're not being smart right now. I think this view is better. Maybe we can try this view from now on. This video is, I love being in the car. I love when you guys get to see the struggle of trying to make a YouTube video in a car. But what was I saying? Oh, yes. Is it a good idea to be a full-time? Do you recommend doing YouTube full-time? Here's the thing. If I'm gonna be really blunt, because I always like to be really honest with you guys, you don't get to choose to be a YouTuber full-time. And what I mean by that is you gotta be really smart about it. Don't just say, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna start a YouTube. I'm gonna walk into my 9-to-5 job that I've had the last few years that pays all my bills every single month and keeps me alive. And I'm gonna say, quit, because I'm going to follow my dream on YouTube and I'm going to be a YouTuber and all will be good, and in a few weeks I'm going to make millions of dollars. I'm going to hit 100,000, a million subscribers. I'm going to have all these sponsorships. It's going to be my full-time job. I'm going to take all this money and go buy houses and cars and blingy bling things. That is not how it works. You have to be really, really smart about it. And when people ask me YouTube advice questions, I try to be very, very blunt and honest with you guys, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. And at the same time, I've learned so much throughout the years watching other people do trial and error things and succeed at things and fail at things. So at the end of the day, if you want to start doing YouTube full time, you got to start with baby steps. And what I mean by that is when you start YouTube, it's not your job. It's not your full-time job. Nowadays, it's even harder. When I started a YouTube in 2014, I was making money within the first $100. Once I hit $100 of advertisement money, I got paid $100. Nowadays, you don't even get the option to make money off YouTube until you hit 1,000 subscribers, 400,000 hours or minutes of watch time, and certain other criterias. I mean, YouTube is making it hard these days to make money because they're like, oh, we know everybody wants to make money on YouTube nowadays, so we gotta make it a little bit challenging. So you don't automatically start off making money. So when you start YouTube, it's not your job, it's your passion project. And what I mean by your passion project is it's something that you're passionate about that you do on the side, and eventually when that thing grows and becomes very comfortable, it becomes your full-time job. But I would have to say that realistically, looking at starting a YouTube nowadays, there's a lot of content creators online, and I think one, it's never too late to start a YouTube. If you have something to share with the world and you have something that you're very passionate about and you just want to share with people and bring positivity into their life, do it. It's never too late to start a YouTube. I mean, Carlos and I watch so much of YouTube because obviously it's our job and we want to see what other people are creating. We have people creating cooking videos. We found this one guy the other day and he makes cars out of pieces of wood, and he hits like millions of views. It's like you can do absolutely anything, but you got to start somewhere, and the first step is you got to start. But you got to be realistic about it. You have to pay the bills, and a lot of the times the most successful people in the world, they didn't just start and just hit fame right away. You got to do it and you got to work hard with it. And what I love about YouTube is that in a way only the strong survive. In a way, the thing with YouTube is it really tests how strong you are and how disciplined you are, how motivated, how ambitious. You cannot give up. YouTube takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and fame and money and all that stuff is great, but that's not the important part. The important part is that you create good content and you're proud of it and you're reaching so many lives, but getting recognized for your work doesn't happen overnight. There are people that do YouTube for a year and they hit 1 million subscribers in a year. There's people who do YouTube for 6-7 years and they've hit 1 million subscribers in 6-7 years. So everybody's journey is different, but I say if you want to do something, do it. And whether it's right now during COVID or whatever is happening in the world, or it's tomorrow or it's next year, you choose, but you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Okay, the next question is, hi Kim, how do you feel about owning your new home? I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I've mentioned this in other videos. It hasn't quite hit me yet because we don't have the keys yet, and our house, we go and see our house every 2 weeks, and every 2 weeks it's like they do something else and you're just like, oh my god, it's really coming together. Like right now the white walls are up. I'm going to upload a updated house tour on my other channel, so if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to my other channel. But it doesn't feel real yet, and I heard that it doesn't feel real until you get the keys and you actually move in. But it feels so good to know that now Carlos and I have this one place, and every month when we pay the mortgage, it's going towards the home. We're just not freely giving it to somebody, our landlord, even though we love her to death. But you guys know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we get to own our place. And also another thing that, you know, Carlos and I have talked about is having immigrant mothers. This is such a huge accomplishment for us. I know growing up, just seeing, you know, my mom immigrate to the US. At the time I was only 3, but I remember growing up, like when we first moved to the United States, we moved to California. We actually lived in Garden Grove, and we lived in a garage, you guys. I still have pictures also of when we used to live in a garage. We didn't have money. My mom didn't know any English at all. She didn't know anything, and we lived in a garage. It was someone's garage, and it was like 2 queen beds. And I remember, you know, my mom and I slept in one, and then my brother and my sister. But then my sister she's such a hardworking person. She was going out and finding work, and eventually she moved around to so many states we like barely saw her. So it was my mom, my brother, and I remember living in that garage because there were spider webs everywhere. And we shared the home with, I think, 4 or 5 other families. It was really intense. So now looking back, I mean, growing up, my mom, we didn't have a lot, but my mom always made sure that I was taken care of, that I had everything that I needed, and that is something that I'll always be grateful for. And it was so inspiring. Like, my mom truly is my hero. You guys just see this like cute little woman with her garden that she cares for and she loves, but to me, she's truly my biggest role model because she came to the country with nothing, no money, didn't know English, somehow managed to work her ass off in a donut factory for 13 years, moved her family around to so many states, and in the 13 years that she worked at this factory, she built not 1, but 2 homes for us. And at the same time, my brother became a pharmacist, so you know, he went through school, and I was able to have clothes and food and things that I needed in life and a roof over my head. And I think it's so inspiring to look back and see that she went through so much. And I remember growing up and saying, like, one day I'm gonna build my house. And this is so emotional. But I remember, like, growing up, seeing my mom build our first house, which was so crazy. I remember she was so proud of herself, but she's the type of woman that doesn't show it because she does it for the family, you know. And then she built the second house, and it's just so crazy because I was like, one day I'm gonna grow up and build my own house, and I'm gonna, you know, live in this like brand new construction, and I get to customize everything. And when Carlos and I were looking for homes, we realized that it was really expensive in Orange County. And at one point we were like, you know what, it's okay, we're just gonna rent for the next 3 to 5 years and save as much as we can, and when it happens, the universe will make it happen and we will find the perfect home. And so now, building my home and going to the site and seeing it and customizing, like Carlos and I got to customize everything, and one day living in it and seeing our kids in it, I think it's kind of like this full circle, and it makes me really emotional. And I think I can speak for Carlos as well. He had a rough childhood growing up. He didn't have a lot, and I don't think that Carlos thought that one day he would also be in this place to own his own home. So for the both of us, it's just a wonderful feeling, and we thank you guys so much for supporting us and watching our videos and just being such a support system, because it means a lot. One day when you decide to have kids, what is one thing you will always instill in your parenting skills? Ooh, there's so many things. I think one of the things that's really important to Carlos and I is exposing them to both cultures, so they know their Vietnamese roots, they know their Mexican roots, and then obviously every single day life they're already exposed to the American life. I would really love to teach them Vietnamese and Spanish, and they will naturally speak English in school, obviously. I want to teach them kindness, and I want to teach them I want to teach them to work hard. So you can achieve and do whatever you want in life, but it's never going to be given to you. Even if mom and dad one day, you know, will own a business and we are financially comfortable and we're financially stable, I never want our kids to feel like they can get whatever they want or they don't have to work for it. I want to implement that into their life, is that you can achieve whatever you want, but you got to work really, really hard for it. Nothing is going to be given to you. And hard work is something that both Carlos and I saw in our moms. You know, both of our moms are single mothers. Not only that, they were immigrants. So seeing them work hard and provide for us, I want our kids to be able to know that we come from hard-working family members. Another thing is just kindness and being open to everybody and all cultures and all people, and understanding that, you know, everybody is beautiful in their own way, and being respectful of that. I think that's really, really important. So this is the last question because it is a Friday and it's a busy Friday, so I apologize I have to cut this sit and sip short. Make sure you guys leave more questions down below for me. The next one will be a little longer, I promise. Do you have a big lifetime goal? I love watching your videos. You give me the energy that I don't have. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Lifetime goals. One of the biggest goals that Carlos and I both have, that we have talked about so much, is starting our own business next year. We're really excited about that. I am not somebody that talks about what I'm doing until it's about to launch, so I don't like talking about it. I kind of like working in silence, but that is something that we're really excited about. A little nervous, but super excited. Thank you to you guys for all the encouragement. Another lifetime goal I have is obviously buying a house, which is like amazing that's happening, and also being a mother. I'm very, very excited to one day be a mom. I am very nervous. I'm sure like everybody that becomes a mom for the first time gets really nervous, but I'm excited to enter that chapter in my life. I'm not quite ready yet because I do have a lot of dreams and things I want to do, but I think the business is going to be next, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and I'm very excited for that. And I finally grew some balls in 2020, and I'm just going to do it. But yeah, those are the things I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I'm so sorry we had so many camera overheating bullying incidents. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a great start to your October. I cannot believe it's October, you guys. I love you. Leave more questions down below. I will see you guys next week with another sit and sip. I love hanging out with you guys. Check out this drink. It's really, really good. I love it. I approve. It's so yummy. It puts me in the fall spirit. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to my other channel. Follow me on Instagram. I love you guys. I'll see you then. Bye.